canvas is yours. Paint it boldly. My dear friends, the empty nest syndrome isn't an ending, it's the beginning. It's the sunrise after a long night. Raise your imaginary glasses with me and let's say cheers to the quiet mornings, to the rediscovered passions, and the unwritten chapters. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Welcome to the Mind Shift Show. I am your host, Pamela Bloomfield. I help professional women over 40 to trim their to-do list so they have more personal time doing what they want while still meeting their responsibilities and obligations. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me on today's episode as we talk about navigating life as an empty nester. It's college season, and if you'll be an empty nester for the first time, you're beginning to feel a lot of mixed emotions, right? Well, as someone who has experienced this transformative phase not once, but twice, I understand and I empathize with you. The empty nest is a term that evokes both deep thought and a tinge of melancholy. It's a chapter of life that reshapes and challenges our emotions and invites us to rediscover ourselves. So let's go on this journey together, shall we? I know that some of you are saying, well, what now? Some of you are already beginning to feel sad. Some are feeling anxious. Some are scared, and for some, it's a bitter-sweet moment. I'll share 5 areas today that face most, if not all, empty nesters. Number 1, the silence and the echoes. And let me tell you, the silence can be deafening. Picture this. The day your last child leaves home, suddenly the once bustling house feels eerily quiet. The laughter, the arguments, the late night whispers, they have all faded into memories. It's okay to feel that emptiness. Acknowledge it, but also listen closely because in that silence, you will hear echoes of your own desires, dreams, and passions. They've been waiting patiently, like old friends, for their turn in the spotlight. And number 2, rekindling passions. Remember those hobbies you set aside during the parenting years? Yes, the half finished painting, the dusty guitar, the neglected garden, the book you started to write but you never finished. Now is the time to dust them off. And as an expert in this field, I encourage you to dive headfirst into those creative pursuits. Paint with abandon and strum those strings and let the soil cradle your fingers. And for those of you who have a green thumb for gardening, go right ahead. These activities aren't just pastimes, they're portals to self-discovery. They remind us that we're more than just parents. We're multifaceted beings with untapped potential. And number 3, that I like to call the classroom of life. As an empty nester, consider this. Education isn't confined to textbooks and lecture halls. It's a lifelong journey, right? And perhaps you've always been curious about a certain subject, say Spanish or another language, maybe French. Now is the time to explore it. So enroll in online courses, attend workshops, and feed your hungry mind. I've witnessed firsthand how learning ignites a spark within us. It happened to me. For me, it was delving into how to become a published author, a topic that seemed so daunting at first. But with persistence, I unraveled its mysteries and found joy in the process. If you've not yet gotten a copy of my book, Speak Mind, Heart is Listening, the link is in my show notes. Okay, let's get back. In number 4, cultivating connections. Loneliness can creep in during this phase, but remember you're not alone. Reach out to fellow empty nesters and share some stories over coffee or virtual chats. Attend local meetups and join clubs aligned with your interests. These connections are lifelines. They offer laughter and understanding. As an expert, I assure you that nurturing friendships is as vital as tending to a garden. So, water those bonds and watch them bloom. Number 5, the art of reinvention. Reinvention isn't about discarding the past, it's about weaving a new tapestry. As an empty nester, you're not losing a role, you're actually gaining freedom. Embrace it. Explore career shifts, volunteer opportunities, or even that dream business you've secretly harbored. I've seen remarkable transformations. An accountant turned travel blogger, a retired teacher, launching an online tutoring service. The canvas is yours. Paint it boldly. My dear friends, the empty nest syndrome isn't an ending. It's the beginning. It's the sunrise after a long night. Raise your imaginary glasses with me and let's say cheers to the quiet mornings, to the rediscovered passions, and the unwritten chapters. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. And remember, as an expert in this journey, I am here to walk alongside you. I invite you to connect with me, your certified transformational life coach. Let me help you to navigate the empty nest syndrome because I've been there twice. Connect with me through the link in my bio or on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Until then, you've got this.